I'm a locksmith, and I just opened a safe for an elderly client who immediately called the police on herself. The drill bit snapped on my third attempt. Mrs. Carter was standing too close, watching every move I made, and when I turned to grab a replacement from my kit, she hadn't moved an inch. I can pay extra if you need to break it open, she said. I'd been a locksmith for 8 years. People said stuff like that when they were desperate or hiding something, usually both. Won't need to break it, just takes time. She was maybe 75, wearing a cardigan that looked expensive and holding herself like someone who'd spent their whole life being listened to. The safe was built into the wall behind a painting in her bedroom, one of those old Gardall models from the 80s, heavy duty, the kind people used when they actually had something worth protecting. My husband installed it, she said, before he passed. I never knew the combination. When did he die? 15 years ago. I switched to my picking tools. The dial was old enough that I could feel the contact points, but someone had changed the factory wheels. This was going to take a while. Mrs. Carter sat down on the bed, then stood up, then sat again. Would you like some water? She asked. I'm good. She left anyway. I heard her in the kitchen, cabinets opening and closing. She came back with 2 glasses and set one on the dresser next to me without asking again. It took me 45 minutes to get the first number, 18. I wrote it down and started working on the second. What if there's nothing in there? She asked. Then you'll know. What if there is something? I didn't answer that. People ask me that question a lot, and I'd learned it wasn't really a question. The second number came faster, 63. I was working on the third when Mrs. Carter's phone rang. She looked at it, declined the call, and put it face down on the bed. My daughter, she said. She calls every day at 3. I'll call her back. It rang again 2 minutes later. She declined it again. The third number was 12. I spun the dial through the sequence twice to make sure, then pulled the handle. The door swung open. Mrs. Carter didn't move. She was sitting on the bed, hands folded in her lap, staring at the open safe like it might bite her. Do you want me to step out? I asked. No. She stood up and walked over. I moved aside to give her space. The safe wasn't that big, maybe 2 feet deep. There was an envelope in the back and a small wooden box, nothing else. She took out the envelope first. Her hands were shaking enough that I noticed. She opened it and pulled out a birth certificate, then another one, then a third. I was packing up my tools, trying not to watch, but she was just standing there reading them over and over. These aren't right, she said. She put the birth certificates on the dresser and opened the wooden box. Inside were 3 hospital bracelets, the paper kind they put on newborns. She picked one up like it was made of glass. Her phone rang again. She looked at it this time and just stared at the screen until it stopped. I need you to stay here, she said. Please. I put down my tool bag. She picked up her phone and dialed 911. Her voice was steady when she spoke. My name is Marla Carter. I need to report a crime. She gave her address. I need to confess to something. From 1972, the operator was asking her questions. I could hear the tinny voice through the phone. 3 infants, Mrs. Carter said. I was a nurse at Bennett County Hospital. I switched them. She was looking at the birth certificate spread out on the dresser. On purpose. I switched 3 babies with 3 other babies. The parents all took home the wrong children. The operator was saying something about staying on the line. Mrs. Carter sat back down on the bed. She was still holding one of the hospital bracelets. I don't know where they are now, she said into the phone, but I kept the records. I know who should have gone home with who. She looked up at me. My daughter calls every day at 3, she said. She's not my daughter.